Hey y'all, it's Joe. It's just Joe, and um, today I think I'm gonna do just a get ready with me kind of glam. As you can see, I've got my hair back by my little thingies because I've curled it, which never happens. I didn't fix it because I'd usually have to go in and do a curl here or there, so I'll have to fix it after the video. But I've already done my base. Per usual, I'll have all that stuff listed below, but hey, you like this kind of thing? I do some unboxings, hauls, sometimes talk about pets, life, mental health. Today I'm just going to kind of talk about my day and get glammed up. But today I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona bronze palette. Here, let me get this envelope so I don't blind you with the mirror. She is gorgeous. I actually got it off of Macari. Very sweet person. I'm going to try to figure out if I can link Macari. If not, I'll put her Macari account name. But she did a bundle with that and the retro palette for me. She was super sweet. We were moving. It got sent to the wrong address. I was freaking out because we were in Florida. And she was so sweet. She was like, don't worry, don't worry about the rating. Let's just see where it gets and all these things. And I'm like, I'm sure once I get it, it'll be fine. But, Macari's like, rate us in 3 days, but whatever. But if you like all that kind of stuff, like, comment, subscribe below, ring the bell. Let's get into it. I've got most of the things I'm probably going to use, but this is something, I got it a while back, but this is the Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer, and I already had some eye primers open. Some of them got to be decluttered. But Tracy is there, talks about this so much that I'm like, I can't hold back anymore. So I'll put a little bit on the back of my hand. Oh, it's a good color for me. I didn't know, can you see that? I didn't know there was going to be, I see her put it on, but I guess I don't pay attention. But I'm just going to take that on my finger. Ooh, I might have done too much. I didn't know. Yeah, and the main reason I got intrigued is because she said she remembered hating this product a while back. So she don't know if the formula changed, her thoughts on it changed, but I'm going to see. I do like that there's some color to it. I do like when there's a tint and it's just slightly lighter than my skin tone, which I also like. I mean, they usually have to be pretty light because a darker one, you can't put on light skin, but darker skin can use lighter ones because it brightens the eyes. I do like when products like this have like maybe at least 3 shades, like a light, a medium-ish, and a kind of a dark one, because usually people like them just a touch lighter, so they probably wouldn't want to go too dark, but at least 3 shades would be nice. But since it's an eye primer, I don't think people worry about it because you put eyeshadow over it, but I like the little top part being a little bit lighter if I don't use highlight there, But, so, things have been going. First off, none of this is for people's pity. This is just to say where I am in my life. I don't really like pity. I don't mind, I guess, empathy, but I don't like pity. But, so let's see. I think I'm going to go in this yellowish, no, not yellow, burnt-ish brown called Ridge right here for my crease. But so, some of my mental health drugs have changed. Now, my drink's in the way. I don't have my stuff set up as good as I normally would. I don't know why. But anyway, this is a Sigma E44. I love this brush. But So I used to be on this drug. Um, it's kind of for anxiety, depression, bipolar, all in one. And when I was on it, I was so fortunate that where I was at had enough free samples to let me try it first. And then it wasn't terrible. I think it was like $50 a month. Then all of a sudden, you know, I've got to change insurances because Jason's changing jobs. He's going to be a free agent. I have to go on Medicare. And most people think, oh, Medicare, that's so cheap. If you're young and you have disabilities, diseases, or whatever that are not going to kill you soon. It's the only way I can say it. I know that sounds terrible. But so my illnesses and disabilities and yada yada will probably not kill me. So I will, I mean, Lord willing, I'll live to a ripe old age. But so Medicare looks at that and says, oh man, we're going to put out all this money on this girl. And she's young and she's liable to live to 80 years old or whatever, you know. So that means my insurance is expensive. And some of then you get drug cards and all these things, and they say the same thing. So my $50 medicine went to $349. Yep. Um, so we had to find something similar-ish that wasn't going to break the bank. Unfortunately, it was not as good. But now I am very fortunate to be back in a situation where the drug's not going to cost that. And I would rather be on that drug. The problem is you got to come off your old drug, then go up on your new drug. That's just the way it works. So your body can be introduced to it. So I am up and down and all around, man. I am going through it. I'm gonna put it on the lower lash line too. And it's and don't just mess with your mind, because when you're stressed or your mind is acting, up, you get stressed out. All these things affect you physically also, is what I'm trying to get at. So it has been tough, guys. And today, well, one, I fell. I don't know. I must have been dreaming I was a ninja. Because I woke up, I was already halfway out of the recliner. There was no way I could stop myself. I mean, I woke up falling out of the recliner. So, needless to say, that didn't start the day out great. I don't think, it made my left foot sore, but I don't think I injured that foot any more than it is already injured. But, it any little thing right now with my mental health drugs kind of off, kind of throws me off altogether too. So it's been a struggle bus day, you know what I mean? So I don't know if any of you are like this, but I had a therapist one time say, it's not realistic that you could do this every time, but if you're able, dress up, make yourself, like, when you look in the mirror, extremely, oh yes, that's me, girl. You know what I mean? Because she knew I liked makeup and things like that. It would be different for everybody. And I'm just going to go in this color called Magma. It's just a deep brown. Um, and I never, I don't know, I've done it a couple times, but it is so hard to make yourself do that when you feel poopy, you know? But Jason was playing basketball with a friend, and sorry about the dog. He's Jason's here, so he's excited. Um, but we weren't planning on doing anything, and honestly, I wish I would have thought of this sooner so that I could. There's a church I really want to try out, but that's kind of hard when you're injured too because you get caught up talking with people, and it's when you're new. Once they figure out, she's disabled and stuff, it might be able to get out of there quicker, like when church is over. But my goal was to do that tonight if I felt better, but this drug change is really messing with me. And then falling, I was like, I better not. Now, doing all this, I did tell Jason I may get 100% all glammed up and then tell you we ain't going anywhere because I just can't. I just can't do it. But my therapist is like, even if you don't go anywhere, you may feel better. Just try it. And a couple of times I did feel better. But again, it's hard to get to that point where you can say, I feel like crap. Let's go take an hour or so and get ready and look great. You know what I mean? So, anyway, we haven't ate dinner. The good thing about just getting in the car and going, the places we eat are roughly 10 minutes away because we do live in the country now. And 10 minutes isn't bad. But in 10 minutes, I can usually tell that I can't do it. So, that being said, we can pick up fast food or I can order on the phone a nicer restaurant and still bring it home. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna see what happens, is what I'm saying. But so far, this has been about a 2-hour job because I did decide to do my hair too. Um, Physically, I don't feel better because I'm still hurting. Things are still going on with my body. Um, but mentally, I am feeling better. So maybe there is something to this. Like I said, the other times, I know I did feel a little bit better. I think I'm going for a soft look. I have glue out, but I don't think I'm going to use glitter glue. So, this is where I'm at. Let's, so I've got this, like, netted shirt, and underneath is a tie-dyed slip top. I do have a jacket. I know, it's like 20 degrees out. So, gosh, Bliss is so pretty, though. Yeah, okay, so I think I'm going to go with this pretty red bronzy shimmer and then into this Bliss, which is like a gold red. It almost looks multi-chromy. I don't know. But I'm just going to use my finger. And I hear my husband starting the car. That's so sweet. He don't even know if we're going anywhere, and he's getting the car warm. He's a good man, I'm telling you. That don't mean we don't fuss, but he is a good man. I think. But, I mean, I guess my pain is a little bit better. Um, it will probably could get better because I've been doing stuff for 2 hours getting ready. So my body was like, stop doing stuff. So if we do go somewhere and sit down and eat, my body will probably get to be feeling better because my mentality's better. Y'all, I keep putting my elbows on this table and I think I'm shaking the camera. I am so sorry. I'm really bad about that. I think I do that every time. And Jason likes when I do like a more smoky brown eye. Y'all know I love color, but Jason's pretty just white. You know what I mean? As much as, I adore him. That doesn't mean anything bad. But when I come out with those big purple eyes with, you know, silver in the middle, it's just not his preference on the way I look. He does not care how I look, so don't. And he would never say, go back in there and change your face. It's just, we're like that. Like, he got some shoes the other day. He's like, what do you think? And I'm like, oh, they're awful. I said, are they comfortable? He was like, yeah. I said, do you like them? He was like, yeah. I mean, that's all that matters. Literally, I'd say 75% of my shoes he don't like. And that's the truth, mama. We just got different styles, but as I always say, we just morally are intact. And I think that is what really matters. Totally in love, and our morals line up about 80%. I think I'm going to put, I went with more gold look because of the color that I was wearing. I think we're going to put a light, it's called silk. It's like a light bronzy gold. I will say, if you're into this type of look, the smoky-ish brown glamour look, the Natasha Denona bronze palette is what you need to get. I mean, people are like, oh my gosh, it costs so much money, whatever. You know what? A, a classic palette. Yeah, I'm going to have to lighten that up with something that's just a little too dark. I'm going to put something lighter in the inner corner, but as far as the palette goes, I'm done. But here, let me show you again. A classic bronzy neutral palette you'll use until it expires, and then if you're like me, you'll use it a year to two after that. What do I don't know. Let me grab a highlight. I want to really brighten that inner corner up. Oh, there's a good one. Oh, I love this one, but it's not cruelty free, so I don't buy much from this brand. Well, I don't buy from the brand anymore. If I remember, I have a bad memory problem. I have short-term memory loss. That's the Pink Glow by Bobbi Brown. I found this at TJ Maxx. Whew, I was so excited that I didn't even look at to see if the cruelty-free bunny was on the back. I was so upset with myself. But I will say, it is gorgeous. I don't like to say things are good that aren't cruelty-free, but it is gorgeous. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, I pulled out several eyeliners. Let's see what we got. So, I've got the Makeup Forever ones that I swear by. These are the waterproof. This is kind of like a burgundy. This is brown. The About Face, kind of bronzy orange. And then the Urban Decay bronzy one and the Urban Decay gold one. And I feel like I kind of want to lighten things up. So I think I'm going to go with the Urban Decay gold. Please be sharpened. Oh, it's sharpened enough. That's all that matters. I love the Urban Decays. But, and you can find literally almost every color in the world with Urban Decay. I will say this. If you need just a pretty normal color, I swear by the Makeup Forevers. Especially the waterproof ones, man. Every time Sephora has a sale, my friend's like, give me another one of them black liners. And the last liner lasted her a year. And she wears black liner pretty much every day, but she'll have to reapply it. Because the liner is that good. And then go into the 3CE, which is Korean. It's the one that I like to use on my bottom lashes. And you will see why. You see? Can you tell? You can't. It probably doesn't even look like a brush. But these little brushes for the bottom lashes, love it. Um, Wet n Wild makes one that's pretty decent. I had a coupon because it was the first time I'd ever shopped with Yes Style. And this one, I don't know how with this kind of brush, but it makes my bottom lashes look fuller. Again, blows my mind. I don't know how this kind of brush, the Wet n Wild does not. It just coats your lashes. But again, these little brushes, if you have little patini tiny bottom lashes and then big brushes, you get all over, and then you're scraping mascara off your lower lash line and everything else. These little brushes, man. Um, Maybelline has one, I believe. I think Revlon had one, but they are going out of business. Um, so if you can find it, it might be on sale, but I don't know that. I think they've said they're going to push their inventory to the end of this year. And then after that, it's done. Which, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they pull all the products at drugstores and stuff. I used to know all that stuff when I worked at Walgreens, because when a brand went down, they would have it pull it off the shelf, send it back, or pull it off the shelf and clearance it. So I don't know what Revlon's gonna do. Alright, guys. I kind of feel really good. Like, I'm still in pain, and I'm still thinking about crazy things in my head that I probably shouldn't. But I actually do feel better. Okay, therapist, you win. But here we go. This is what I'm going with tonight. Just something simple. Well, it wasn't simple, but I got my fake freckles on because my foundation hid my real ones. I'll pull these little clips out, but I'll have to fix my hair in the bathroom. See, I've got it all curled. I just gotta zhuzh it. So, thanks for being here, everybody. I love you guys so much. I really do. YouTube's really big therapy for me. I hope y'all are having a great night. I hope you're not freezing to death if you're in the South or wherever. I mean, if it's cold where you are, get a jacket, please. I love you guys so much. Make good decisions, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.